Well, first of all, I thought our young ladies rose to the challenge. I really have a great deal of respect for Norfolk State. They have proven time and time again that they are just a handful. They make life really, really difficult. And I thought our young ladies really responded at a high level, had to adjust because of the way the opponent that we're playing and things that we had to do, and we're able to do that. So I thought our effort and our intensity was really good. I thought we did a lot of good things in the game, taking care of the ball, sharing the ball, moving the ball, attacking when it made sense. And I thought we did a decent job defensively. I thought Norfolk State really made some plays and made some things happen, to their credit. And I thought we had to continue to adjust, and that's going to be important for us moving forward too, that we're able to do that.
Up against a team, I think they were averaging almost 24 turnovers a game. I think you had 11 tonight. You have to be really happy with that number.
We are. I thought we attacked them in good ways for the most part, and we were in control for the most part, made really good decisions with it, and the times that we did, and we understood what we had to do differently, so that was good to see. We understand how to attack it and what it's supposed to look like and how to make adjustments, so that's important.
How do you like how your team handled the press tonight, and also how they handled that zone defense look in the first half to try to take away Sophie?
Right. I thought we handled the press at a very high level for the most part. Again, I thought we had maybe one or two possessions where we didn't look as confident with it, but overall, they're a very good team at pressing. They make life difficult for you, and their zone has caused fits for just about everybody. It's really, really hard to find ways to space it well enough to get it inside to then attack from there. And I thought our young ladies made some adjustments. Again, we had to change our zone offensive attack because of how they played, and we have young ladies who are very smart and can understand the why. And when they understand the why, they can go out and carry it out and do it. And I thought they did that at a high level. Making shots helps too. It doesn't hurt you.
Speaking of making shots, Grace came here with a reputation of, and anybody who's watched her shot knows how smooth it is. Sometimes it's gone in, sometimes it hasn't. This year, you had to feel like kind of a breakthrough like this was in the offing.
Well, she's someone who. And I think this is a credit to all of our players. I think when at times you can have a team and young ladies who are known to be shooters, or that's part of their repertoire, that's part of their nature, and they don't make shots, and then they struggle in other areas in the game. And I think Grace is someone who, even when she hasn't made shots, has made a lot of plays happen. I thought tonight we had other young ladies who did that. I thought Mara played a great basketball game, and people may look at her stats and say, well, she didn't do this or didn't do that. She had 5 steals. That's hard to do. She handled the ball. We got it in and we gave it back to her, and she handled the ball against the press almost the entire time. So she did an awful lot in the game to impact the game rather than just relying on impacting it in one way. And that's something to be really proud of. And I and our staff are very proud of her for doing that.
Speaking of that, you've got a lot of versatility with scoring. You've had 3 players get above 20 points this year, and Mallory and Sophie have been really close too. How has that scoring versatility been for your team, and how big is that moving forward?
Well, it's important because ultimately the way we want to play is almost the way that we were forced to tonight. Going into the game against Norfolk State, we said they're a team that doesn't allow you to run plays. You can't just run a zone offense the way you normally would run a zone offense, or even a man-to-man offense when they're in the man. They take things away from you. They make you make plays. And so you have to understand what they're trying to do and then how to attack that. But ultimately, you have to be prepared, but you can't you can't just say, I'm going to pass from A to B to C, and we're going to get the shot that we want. Some teams you're more able to do that with. They're not a team that does that. They've played angles. They make life difficult. They try to steal passes inside. If you get it inside, they swarm you when you get inside. When you kick it back out, they're flying at you. They make you make reads. And so that's going to be important for us moving forward. It's really how we want to play is to recognize when we have opportunities. If you have the ball in your hands, you attack to be a scorer. They take that away, kick to the next kid who can then be a scorer, get some movement within there, attack the rim. And so understanding in an ideal sense, that's how we really want to play in every game, is just to go out there and make plays. And maybe we start our offense with spacing a little bit differently, but our players are put in positions that they can just make reads.
From the moment Grace first stepped on the court here to the night she had tonight, what have you seen from her development over that time period?
Well, Well, she's a very smart basketball player, and she's played in a system offensively that is similar. So when she got a post-up opportunity today, it was kind of like, well, she should get that. She understands how to get those. A couple of games ago, she was someone we said, you've got to be more diligent about getting the ball inside. Well, we kind of laughed because the motion offense that they ran, they didn't really throw the ball inside a whole lot. They kicked it and they shot it and they screened it. And so that made sense that was something she wasn't as comfortable with. She was probably one of the post type of players on their team more often than not. And so she's someone who, because she cares a great deal, because she's a very savvy, smart basketball player, she just continues to grow and understand.
That is the most points scored by a freshman by a Big Ten freshman this year. As with many shooters, it seems like when that first one goes, maybe the floodgates open a little bit. It just had to be good to watch. Just that finally happened.
Yeah, it was great to see. She has that ability and she has the confidence, and her teammates have the confidence in her, her coaches have the confidence in her. So it was really good to see.
She was saying that Amaya Battle was in her ear all during warm-up saying, tonight's your night, tonight's your night. Were you aware of that?
No, our kids are really special. Again, I've said this a bunch of times, but we have young ladies who want to be really good, and they're trying to do everything within their control to be as good as they can be. And they're learning. So, now we turn around and we play another opponent that, we're playing 3 teams this week that are all teams that will contend or did contend or for their conference championship. Those are teams like us, Power 5 teams, don't really want to play those teams. That's not really highly desirable to play, and then to play them back to back to back. But at the same time, we're learning and we're growing and we're developing. And now we turn around and we play a team that maybe is the best of the 3, and probably the best of the 3, a team that beat Iowa State at Iowa State, a team that scored 90 against Iowa. They're really, really good. And so now we've got to turn around and get recovered quickly, play our 3rd game in less than, it's 7 days on the calendar, but to have an early game on Saturday, all of it is just set up to be really, really challenging for us. And we've got to find a way.
So what have you seen from Amaya's shot development over the time?
I would say overall, Amaya's just development, her confidence, her courage to attack and when to attack and knowledge of when to do it. And when she doesn't do something the way she wants to, she knows, and then she knows how to correct it. And I think she's on top of all those things. And Ken just brought out a great point. She's becoming a leader for us. And that's really, you really need your point guard to be a great leader for us. I think Janae Sanders is a very good leader for us. I do. I think her best days of basketball are still coming. They are. I think Amaya Battles are too. We have 2 young ladies who are very good leaders as our primary ball handlers. That's really, really important. And that's not to say other kids aren't good leaders. It's just that those 2 are doing a really good job in that.
Are there certain players that just have a knack for rebounding? I'm thinking of Mallory. I mean, another 12 tonight.
That's impressive.
Even when she's not scoring a lot of points, she's always getting the rebounds. Is that a knack? Is that just a work ethic, or is it a little bit of both?
Okay, can I tell you a really funny story? So I was in college, and back in the day that I played in college, I would go to a basketball camp called the Wisconsin Coaches Scouting Service Camp, WCSS, okay? And it was a week-long camp. Could you imagine having like an all-day week-long camp now? And at the end of the night, so I was a camp counselor. At the end of the night, all the top coaches in the state of Wisconsin are sitting in this room. And in the room, they talk about what's the best rebounding technique? Is it swimming? Is it spinning? What's the very best offensive rebounding technique? What's the best defensive rebounding technique? And so now all these coaches, there are probably 50 coaches in the state of Wisconsin that are debating about the best rebounding technique. And finally, Jeff Calise, who owns the camp, said, you want to know what the best rebounding technique is? Want the ball. Want the ball. And then you find a way to track the ball and have your feet active and have 2 hands ready. All those type of things are very, very important. But it starts with you have to have a desire, because it takes a lot of energy to do that. It takes so much energy. And she has that. And it is impressive how hard she battles to go get rebounds. It really is. That's a tribute to her.
Grace, you had to kind of feel like this breakthrough was coming at some point, right?
For sure. Yeah, that was a long, cold spell, but it was good that it was tonight.
I'm intrigued, you have enough confidence that even when it's not going, you keep shooting, which is really the only way you can get out of a rather slow start, but can you just talk about when you felt like tonight might be the night?
I mean, I think every night the coaches and my teammates have confidence in me to keep shooting the ball. And tonight specifically, Amaya before the game and yesterday at practice, she kept telling me that it was going to go in and tonight was going to be the night. So somehow she knew, but so just my teammates' confidence in me.
Amaya, it was dropping for you tonight too. How did you feel? It looked like you were a little bit more aggressive in your scoring efforts. How did tonight feel for you on the scoring front?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Sorry, guys. I lost my voice a little bit during the game. It felt good. The coaches and my teammates are on me all the time to be aggressive, and like knowing they want me to be aggressive gives me confidence in doing that. So tonight I just kind of went out and did it.
Grace, could you talk very briefly just like about what the transition's been like from high school basketball to college play now?
Yeah, I think I got lucky. I chose the right place where Coach P's system is a lot of what I played in high school and in AAU. So that helps me with my transition as well. And just coming into a coaching staff that feels like family and a team that feels like family makes it really easy. So.
Oh, this is a team that forced 20 turnovers a game. They have a press that they run for most of the game. You guys had only 11 turnovers. Is that a number that you're pretty proud of?
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Yeah, we want to keep the turnovers low. You know, we want to keep them 12 and under. So 11 definitely hit that goal. And wow, I can't believe we only had 11. That's good. I didn't even know that. I didn't look.
So, I mean, you have seen Grace all summer long, and you saw in Europe when you guys were playing, you've seen what her shot's like. You had to figure she was due for a night like tonight.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I mean, like, one of you guys said, like, she just has the confidence to keep shooting, and I know, like, she's a shooter. It's going to fall. It happens. And I knew tonight was going to be the night, and she just kept pulling it. She did great. So just really proud of her, and keep shooting even when it wasn't going her way.
What exactly did you say to her yesterday?
I don't remember.
Today you were like, just every time I shot and I looked like a little like, come on, like it didn't go in, like in warm-ups or anything. She was like, guess what? The next one is. And like she just kept saying that to me. So I think.
I remember before the game I was like, your first shot's going in.
She did say that. And it did.
It did. I was like, it's going to be a great day.
You good? All right.
I had a question, but I don't know what it was.
All right, we'll call it a day. We'll catch up another time.
Thank you.